everyone, and welcome back to Swift Guitar Lessons, part of the By Request song tutorial. Today we have section 1 of a 3-part series breaking down Pink Floyd's Comfortably Numb. In this session, we're going to be tackling the first guitar solo over the major changes. I'm going to break it down for you lick by lick, nice and slow, with all the tabs available for you at patreon.com/swiftlessons. Just support the channel for $1 a month and gain access to resources for all my popular lessons. Now, let's get started. Okay, a close look at the fretboard and also my pick in hand, getting started with my approach to playing the first guitar solo for Pink Floyd's Comfortably Numb. Now this is being played over the major B section that throughout the song David Gilmour sings over top of. This is the key of D, and that first lick is being played over top of a D major chord. It's going to sound like this. Okay, so that began with the D major chord shape on the 14th fret position. We're going to scrape through the first two notes on the G and B string, dead, dead, and then a nice heavy vibrato on the 14th fret of that high E string. It's an F sharp. All right, once you've done that, we're going to hit some dead strings again, and then upstroke as we bend that 14th fret of the high E string up. All right, so far we have return back down and bend the 15th fret of the B string next and do a nice heavy vibrato there. We're going to come back down to 15, 14th fret, then we're going to arpeggiate the A major chord. So that was 14, 14, 14. And I'm using my middle finger, pointer finger, barring that position now. And that is an A major chord, and that's why it's going to sound so good over top of the A chord as it comes in on the rhythm side of things. All right, so far you have. Okay, so as I mentioned, that lick is going to take you from D major to A major. Now we need to get back to the D chord, and to do it, David does something very simple. Just slides from 14 down to 12, and the slide down is staccato, and then followed by heavy vibrato, 12th fret of the D string. Now you can vibrato either with the hand or with the tremolo, but it probably won't sound good if you do both because they would have to be completely in time with one another. In my demonstration, I copied what David does in some of his live performances, where he just kind of pumps the tremolo a little bit. Alright, then after that we're going to have some dead strings, create that D chord shape again, bend it up and return, then 15th fret B string bends again, then we're going to get into a long descend down. So after I've bent that 15th fret B string, I'm gonna pull off 15 down to 14. 14, 14 on the G and the D string, then a slide down from 14 down to 12. All right. Then we're gonna slide from 11 down to 9, and then go down to 7. Alright, so that entire part sounds like this. So that's actually not that complicated. You're just going, again, we're going 14 down to 12, and then we're doing 11 down to 9, and then 7th fret. Okay, and after that we have the big bend. It's going to be 9th fret of the G string, bending up to the 12th fret G. So it's a pretty big bend right there. Alright, and as this is happening, the C chord is coming in. So it's C major chord, and it's followed by that nice little descending line is going to be 11, 9, 7. Okay, so big bend, Okay, then the G major chord's gonna come in as you play. Alright, I love this. This is such a Gilmour style lick here. So, pull off from 11 down to 9, and it will be staccato. Then, nice long vibrato on that 9th fret. Slide down to 7. And then, vibrato that 7th fret. Okay, let's play everything that we have so far. Starting with the D major chord coming in. The A chord. Sliding down the D major. A major. C major chord. The G chord is in. And then we're ready for the next licks. Real slow. Okay, so the way we play that, 9th fret pulling off down to 7, 9th fret D string, 7th fret G, 9th fret, 11th fret, and then 11 slow bend half step up to the 12th fret. Alright, just as the C chord is coming back in. Alright, then to take us back to G major chord, we're going to have this great lick. Alright, and that's where the vocal line starts to come back in for the chorus. Okay, so 15th fret, high E string. 14th fret, 12, pull off, 15 to 12 on the B string, 12th fret G, still barring, I got 12th fret D string, a little bit of vibrato there. Alright, then I want you to slide down 10 down to 9. And he does this a lot, where he slides, short, and then vibrato's nice and long on the same note. Alright, then we're going to slide down to 7th fret. Okay, all that will sound like this. Okay, notice how when I went to that 15th fret high E string, I like that kind of scraping on the dead strings, which David Gilmour is so good at. You're not going to be able to match him perfectly, but if you play along with the track enough times, then play along with just the backing track, you'll start to kind of get a feel for where you can throw these things in. Alright, and right there, the A major chord is going to come in, the vocal line for the chorus comes in, and underneath you're going to have one last lick. It's going to sound like this. Okay, so huge bend on that 9th fret G string again. Then we're going to do 2 bends. The last one has a return and gets you down to the 7th fret of the G string. Alright, then we're going to do a slide from 7th fret D string up to the 9th fret. Slide back staccato. And then a nice heavy vibrato again on that 7th fret of the D string to conclude the solo. Okay, great work everybody. You're mastering some very sophisticated lines here. Now that we've gone through the entire solo, learned it lick by lick, I'm going to play it for you at a very slow tempo. And just want you to practice along nice and slow, get it lick by lick until you can play through the entire thing, then see if you can perform it along with David Gilmour over the track, and then move on to a backing track. It's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright everyone, thanks so much for checking out this lesson on the first guitar solo for Pink Floyd's Comfortably Numb. Thanks so much to my supporters at patreon.com/swiftlessons for making these lessons possible. I have many more videos coming up, so keep checking back, please subscribe, and please share. This is Rob at Swift Guitar Lessons in Philadelphia, saying happy picking.